the Matchday -1 press conference for Cavalier FC. We have with us here at the head table Coach Rudolph Speid and player Shad San Milan. For the press that are present, please go ahead and ask your question.
Our coach, MG Sports here. First of all, congratulations on a good performance, not the result that you want. But I do believe that you'd have been impressed with performance from the team. Now that this is the next fixture, the Interman away fixture, you're at home now, quite comfortable in front of your supporters, which you expect to get a good amount of support. What information would you think that you have taken away from that away game that you're going to apply in this particular game?
Right, so no matter how you look on television or you review games, seeing the players in real life is usually a better assessment of what you're up against. And then it is even better when your team would have played against a team before. You can see the individual matches, and then it can decide how you decide to approach a game based on what you see.
All right, Coach. That basically, you'd have got enough information to approach this game.
Yes.
Now, with the uncertainty around Lionel Messi, everyone is really asking that question. What's your thoughts on that? Would you put in preparation for the inclusion of him?
Yeah, and I'm happy that he'll come. I'm not the type of coach that wants player not to play to win a game. I want him to come. I want him to play. I want our players to do the best that they can do against him. But the truth is, we always had a plan if he played or if he did not play.
All right, Coach.
Good morning, Coach.
Morning.
So Miami is entering this game with a 2-goal advantage. Do you expect them to play a different style of football compared to the first leg? And if so, are you prepared for that?
No, I don't. I think they'll play the same way they have played against all teams. Try to score as much goal as they can. One thing we know that our choice is clear. We must score the first goal and keep them off the score sheet.
All right, Coach. So, you were looking at a traditional style in the first leg. So you expect them to, you say you expect them to play the same way. So is that the same tactic you're going into this game?
No, Cavalier is a very flexible team. We can play like that if we want. We just thought that at that particular point in time, that was the game we're supposed to play. Of course, we have other things into consideration now, which we'll be trying to exploit.
All right, Coach. And finally, can you give us an update on the injury on Adrian Reed? How is he doing?
Yeah, not good. He's a touch and go, but he's in the squad.
Coach, Leonard McLeod here from TVJ Sports. Historically, no Jamaican team has won a game at this stage of the competition. Talk to me about what it would mean to you and the team if you guys were to overturn the deficit.
Well, at this particular time, our aim is to play better than we did in the first leg. Of course, it's not just mean to us. I think this is a Jamaican effort. Jamaica need to do well, so we can be taken more serious. Our players will be taken more serious. I think so far we have done well, but our aim is to do better. So it's not a personal thing; it's a country thing.
And on a realistic level, do you believe that you guys can actually beat Inter Miami come tomorrow?
Apparently, you never saw the first game. And second, you don't know anything about Cavalier. We strive on adversity. Strive on it. Every time them write us off, even the Champions League, they say we couldn't pass the first round. We won it. Just to give you an example, we're going to get 6-love in the Premier League final. We won it. So we strive on adversity. Don't worry. We like these situations.
All right, good morning, Coach. Ryan Dixon here from Sun City Radio. Again, congratulations on a good showing in the first round. My question is, how were you able to prepare the squad to perform under the bright lights, considering the high profile of the Miami FC team that they were going up against, and to have, put up the performance that they did, and also how will they also prepare for tomorrow's encounter in the second leg?
Well, it was a matter of speaking to the players, let them know that, of course, these are marvelous players, exceptional players, but they are still human. They have some strengths, but we had some too, and we just exploited their weaknesses, because everybody does have strengths and weaknesses, and we played to our strength. So that is what we did. Come tomorrow, more of the same. We're playing to our strength as much as possible and trying to minimize the strengths that they have, which we know they are a considerable amount.
And final question, what are the expected changes from the first round to the first leg to the second leg?
You wish, you know.
Shad, in terms of from a player's perspective, there would probably be nerves in that first leg, knowing the team that you're going up against and all the talk before. What has been the talk amongst the players, the preparation so far? You guys are a lot more relaxed compared to the first leg.
Well, obviously, when you're going to play a game in the round of 16 of the CONCACAF Champions Cup, obviously you have to go with a different mindset. Well, but I think as a team where all the players were very unit, it's a very good vibes in there. So I think we're all positive and confident. I don't really think there's a lot of nerves. We know that it's a very big game, but we're going to go in with the same mindset and try to win the game.
Coach Speed, in terms of the mental preparation, as you mentioned, Cavalier known to overcome adversity coming from behind, overcoming odds. How important has the mental preparation been, knowing that not only are you guys down, but there is a chance to make history against a team that everybody wants to make the next round?
Last part was very good. That is actually true. But, one of the things that we looked at, we tried to normalize the team as much as possible. I don't believe there are some advantages that we have. If you look at everybody bird paper, we have pace more than every other country in the world. I still don't believe that they're unbeatable because there's weaknesses. I also believe that 2-0 is kind of a little tricky, advantage, because if the other team score one, then the team will probably naturally try to back up a little. One thing I know is that we would have earned their respect, so they're not going to just come and leave spaces behind and the backline raggedy like they did before. So I'm expecting them to switch tactics just a little bit, and if they do, I'm looking at trying to exploit those.
Yeah, one more. In terms of the first leg, you guys didn't play prior because of what happened in the Premier League. Playing on Sunday, how would you look at that? Do you think that it kind of helped the team to get some minutes in preparing, or you find it somewhat of a disadvantage that you're able to get the full rest?
No, I always look at the positive side. Some players that, we started at not the normal 11 that started against Inter Miami, so some players got some minutes in that game. We might need those players for the game tomorrow. So I thought it was good, positive.
Coach, you have a younger squad in comparison to this Miami team. How are you looking to use that to your advantage?
I think we have the youngest professional team in the world, not just Miami, Inter Miami. But this has always been our MO. We use young players. One of the things about young players is that there's no fear. They don't have that inherent fear like some other players would have been there. And I think that is what we'll be using to our advantage. This is a winning team. This is an experienced team. We have played almost 20 international club competition games. We have played a lot in this region. We understand what the region has to offer. And what I'm looking for is the improvements. Last year, I thought against Cincinnati, we were like poor, just hanging on for dear life from the first whistle. This time, we show that we can compete, and that's where we want to be.
Coach MJ Sports here again. So far this season, you guys have been struggling in the Premier League where goal scoring is concerned. Would have seen that as well in the last match versus Inter Miami. Got a few chance and couldn't put it away. Over a few days, would have taken that in consideration and doing some work in that specific area.
Yeah, there will be changes, but I wouldn't say we're struggling in the Premier League. I think we're third in goal scoring. Inter Miami, yeah, we got some chances. But football is a game of small margins. I thought just a little bit more margins in our favor and we would have scored. So we actually did get the ball in the back of the net. So I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the game on a whole, the construct of the game. And, and because if you play that well, chances will come. And we have enough marksmen to put them in.
Coach Ryan Dixon again from Sun City Radio. It has been observed, well, it's of my opinion, that Cavaliers FC was undone by some of the calls that were not favorable towards um, your team. Do you see any possible changes coming for this match, considering it's a home match? And will VAR also be implemented in this home game?
Yeah, VAR is a staple at this stage of the competition. I thought that, you know, some calls could have gone the other way. The truth is, the problem with VAR is that there's too many opinions, because it's the opinion of the ref in the box and the opinion of the ref on the field. So that, you know, that's one of the distractions about VAR. There's too many opinions. I would have preferred there's only one opinion.
You guys did fairly well in the first game. Talk to me about how much confidence the team has going ahead, looking ahead to tomorrow.
Well, I think in whatever games we're going to play against, we're a very confident team. I do think, as you guys seen, we have the strength to do it. We played a very good game, especially a good first half. We were supposed to lead 1-0, but we're going very confident. I think we've worked on it at training during the week about what we should do about the plan of the game, and I think we're very confident and we can go and get this win tomorrow.
We thank the coach for joining us and the player from Cavalier FC. That concludes the matchday part 1 of this contest.
Thank you.
Thank you.